I went into the shop this morning fully expecting to only organize and not really work on anything. But pretty quickly, I realized that no matter how much I organize, I still only had so much space to put things. In order to have more space, I had to create more space. So I decided to make a storage shelf on the fly. I had these 5.5-inch rips of 5/8-inch maple plywood. I already had one that was cut down to 71 inches, so I cut a couple more down to 71 inches to make the sides and back of the shelf. After I had those cut down, it left me with a 25-inch piece. I cut a couple more 25-inch pieces to make a total of 5 shelves. I used these Uber grade 1.5-inch screws for the sides. I made myself a quick little jig, well, 3 actually. I didn't want to spend the whole morning just fiddling with my bits, so I used my corded rigid drill for the pilot holes, and then I used my Cobalt cordless drill to put in the screws. Once I got the piece finished, I realized that what I really needed it for was to make a place to store my clamps. I took the screws off the top shelf and layered a couple of pieces of 3/4-inch Baltic birch plywood. I used 2.5-inch screws to asphyxiate them to the shelf.
I don't think it means what you think it means.
I put one screw straight into the shelf in the middle and then layered 2 more on the sides to make sure there was enough stability to hold tools or anything I needed to keep high. I put a little backer on the storage shelf so that it had something to anchor the shelf into. Considering it's only 5.5 inches wide, I think it makes it pretty likely to be knocked over at some point in time, so I wanted to add a little security into its life. And then it was all ready to be loaded up with tools. I kind of like that I ended up with these flaps on the top. It's nice to hang my hearing protection as well as the flat bar clamps. This is my first piece of shop furniture I actually made from start to finish, and because I made another space to organize, I ended up having to reorganize the shop again. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to the channel because it literally helps me keep the lights on. Notice how those are burnt out back there? Thanks for watching.